What's up, guys? BTBS here. Welcome back to another episode of Dire Beast. I'm just down in the underside of my crafting chamber, my Tinker's Construct area, and I'm just setting up an automated system to drop these berries into here, and then as soon as they're done, they'll be smelted. Remember, I've got lava coming in from there. The berries get cooked down into the ingots, and it appears that this will not start taking unless there's enough, something like that. So I don't think I've ever actually run out of ore, run out of liquid in there. This one doesn't seem to be doing anything. These clocks are a little bit dodgy, so this is the best I can hope for, really. And let's see, I've got the lava being auto-filled by that, and then this hopper is auto-dropping the berries in there. And all the things get cooked up and come into here automatically. So, yeah, by the way, it turns out in the last episode, I was not out of gold. I had 100 blocks of gold, but it was in block form. So we need to remedy that situation straight away. So what we're going to do is come over here to the pattern encoder, and I will show you how to make that. Bang, very simple, just iron, crafting table and conversion matrix. And what you have to do is you have to take these blank patterns, which are just iron, so once again more iron, glowstone, certis and glass. You pop them in the top there, you put any recipe you want in here, by the simplest way is shift clicking it in, P redstone. So if we look at recipes for that, and we just shift click it, put it in there, and what you do is then you hit encode, and you have an encoded pattern. The encoded pattern can be dropped in the molecular assembly chamber. And now if we want redstone, but we're out, it says craft. And I click that and I say I want a stack of redstone, begin crafting. And you saw how quickly that crafted. It's because we have all those crafting CPUs, so it can craft super quick. And now we have redstone. See, let's do it again. Let's say I want 1,000 redstone. Begin. Done. Holy dicks, that was quick. Okay, and we're going to want to teach it the same recipe, but in reverse, so that we can make redstone blocks if we want. Encode. So now I can make redstone blocks. I'm also going to want to teach it how to make gold ingots out of gold, and how to make gold blocks out of gold ingots. Oh, dicks. I actually went to take that out of there. How stupid is that? Right, encode, so that's that pattern. And then we're going to want recipes for gold. I did it again. I am actually an idiot. I'm just not used to using this. Like that, so then we encode. And now we can convert gold back and forth. And basically, what this does is it creates a fully automated system. And if we take all of these away, we can see it now says craft. And if what we can actually do is view only craftable items on here. And it will tell us any items we can craft. And I've been looking forward to this for a very long time, because I need to make a lot of things. So one thing I want to teach you is iron blocks, and we will go back into stored and craftable, sort by item name. So I'm going to want to teach it how to make iron blocks, and I'm also going to want to teach you how to turn them back into iron. Lovely. And along with that, I'm going to need diamonds and blocks of diamond. Very nice and simple way of doing this. So basically, I am going to need a lot more things than I've actually got, because pretty much anything that can be vanilla crafted, which means done in a crafting table, can be added straight into the molecular assembly chamber. And even if it can't be vanilla crafted, like say it needs a furnace or an induction furnace or a liquid transposer, there are actually ways of making that work. So let's do this actually. Let's stick the recipe for cryothium dust in there. And yeah, we'll stick that in there. And I'm going to want the recipe for pyrothium dust as well. Because I can actually make this fully automatic. Ah, now here's a problem. It's given me the Industrial Craft 2 sulfur, which I do not want. I want Railcraft or Thermal Expansion. Industrial Craft coal. Is there another type of coal dust? Railcraft, Thermal Expansion pulverized coal, and Railcraft sulfur, I think is what I want. Because this thing is very stupid. So, in fact, let me check this. This pattern here. Clear that. I want to check this pattern. Right, so it's thermal expansion, blizz powder, night. It's nitol. I don't want nitol. I want saltpeter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this one in my hand and shift right click it to clear it. Pop it back in there, and then recipes for cryothium dust. Niter, keep going, saltpeter, there we go. And by the way, if you hold shift, it stops the recipe from spinning around, and if you, when you're holding shift, you just left click on the recipe, it will cycle through one at a time. So nitol, hang on a second, it didn't crash, good. Railcraft from saltpeter. So you can get the exact recipe you want by doing that. I'm not sure how reliable it's going to be when there's multiple different ones, but that should work. Right, saltpeter, now encode that, and clear. So let's see, if I were to say make cryothium dust in here, I use thermal expansion sulfur. So let's do it like that. So you need to really pay attention to what you're actually telling it to use. Because if I had a shit ton of pulverized coal, but no macerated coal or coal dust, and that was what the recipe was calling for, I wouldn't be able to do it. So what we'll do is we'll add that in there now. And now I should just be able to say, in my craftables, I want a stack of pyrothium dust. And, see, that's the problem. Now we need to build a new thing. We need a crafting monitor. Terminal monitor. That's not too hard to make at all. Crafting monitor. Lovely. And what we're going to do is just pop this right here. And once it updates, there we go. So, it's supposed to be doing something. So if I tell it to craft a stack of pyrothium dust, anything? No problems? No? So where's my pyrothium dust then? My problem. I was in the thing. So, I'm actually just going to want to craft as much of that as I can. So let me take it out into my inventory here and then put it in. So now if I tell it to craft pyrothium dust, it should be out of something. So, pyrothium. Craft me a stack of pyrothium, please, system. And now it's telling me we are currently missing blaze powder. And I can shift left click on that to stop the process. And of course my system doesn't know how to make blaze powder. But I don't think I have any blaze rods anyway. I have a couple of blaze rods. So if my system knew how to make it, it would recognize there was a problem, tell my crafting thing to take one of these, or however I told it to make blaze powder, and then it would tell it to make the blaze powder, and then it would make it. So, slightly expensive, slightly programmable, because you need to program it and basically tell it what to do in what situation. And look at that, we're still not even losing power, because, so yeah, I don't know if I said this, the conversion rate of RF to MJ is 10 RF to 1 MJ. It's not 6 or 60, I worked it out exactly, it's 10, and it even says it on various wikis that it's 10. So we currently need about 200 to run this system, is it? We need 234 redstone flux to run this system. Let's put it this way, these engines put out 80 each, so 4 of these engines would put out 320. three of these engines would put out 240 RF a tick, which is more than what we need. So 4 of these engines puts out more than enough energy, and we have 20 of them there. So I'm really starting to like the way this room looks with all the like electronics and stuff going around it, and I love having this as the floor ceiling thing. It's really cool. So we are out of gold nuggets. That's a shitter. We did not get as many as I was hoping. That was all the gold nuggets I had. All the golden things I had. How much gold do I have now? Well, I've got a few more berries and some nugs. And I wonder if I can melt down the golden gear. Nope, I can ore dictionary it, that's it. Damn. So I am short on gold. That little stunt I pulled last episode with all the gold, yeah, it was a very stupid thing to do. I am short on gold. So I may have to go mining a little bit unless I can find a way of creating gold. And I'm not actually sure about this, so let's have a look. Golder. Recipe for gold ingots. Blocks, gold nuggets, ore, factorization, crafting. Yeah, that's just that. Purified crystal, gold dust. So all that stuff requires gold ore in the first place. That's more gold. Copper with cinnabar gets you a gold ingot. That's not bad. And I believe I have a shite load of copper and a decent amount of cinnabar. So I could take, say, 5 stacks of cinnabar. I'm currently still cooking up iron ore because I thought I would need more than I actually did. I'm also cooking up a shitload of snowballs with redstone to make blizz powder. By the way, a stack of redstone blocks gets you 5.5 stacks of blizz powder. That's how much fluid it produces to be transposed. Let's go and check on the quarry quickly, because I mentioned last episode I am actually running a second quarry. It's not 2 at the same time, it's just the first one finished and I moved it. So if we go up here we go. The first quarry, which was right here, finished. Let's wait for the environment to load in around me. There we go. So the first quarry was right here, finished. It cooked out all of this. It did quite a good job actually. And if you just look in the wall, you can see, you get a good idea of the ore density in this world, like world, I suppose. So just within a tiny little area, we've got 2 patches of coal, 2 patches of aluminium, vintium, diamond, redstone. So I think this world is a double ore generation rate. It might be slightly more. All I know is that I got about 4,000 iron from one quarry, which is a lot higher than I'm used to. By the way, there's also this stuff, dark iron, generally spawns right down at bedrock. And it literally, like, I've never seen it spawn above level 5, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is level 5 there. I don't think it can spawn above level 5. So if you're after it, it can be a bit of a dick to try and get hold of. Hey! Oh, this is nice. Free ink sacs because of all the squids. They spawn, they fall. By the way, I'm using this liquid essence from Ars Magica because it gives off light. I think I mentioned that before. And the second quarry is well underway running, and it's currently being powered by, I think, 5 resonant ender cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the top 2 are empty. Well, that's okay. That's what I have my resonant ender recharging station for. Just pop them off. How are you doing? Yeah. So what I have is all my ender cells that I don't mind swapping out have a uniform configuration where they receive power on the back and on the top, and they put power out the bottom, which means when they're in a stack they can force their power downwards, so the top one drains first, and when they are back at home in my recharging station, because they receive power in the back, it means they can be charged. Now, I don't know what's going on, but all my villagers keep escaping. I've actually only got like a few left. Yeah, like I am seriously running low on villagers. So I might have to do something fairly soon to get hold of more villagers. So when I bring my energy cells back here for charging, it's just a simple matter of standing in front of this thing and placing them down. Because they always place directionally as to where you are. So now these things can charge, these things can dump all of their energy out into here very quickly. And of course my base is still just cruising along, never going to run out of energy. I love it. And let's see, I moved my netherrack storage thing down here a while back, and I hooked it into my AE system. So I have 31,000 netherrack in there. I am kind of low on quartz apparently. But anyway, there was something I wanted to make this episode, and if you looked at my NEI, you would have seen it at the start of the episode. I want to make an item called a magnet. Now, the magnet can be a bit tricky to make. I'm going to require dimensional singularities, compasses, and diamonds. So, clearly the best thing to do is just encode these in here so I don't have to make them manually. So, that's only the one type of iron. Yeah, lovely. Encode. Now, the dimensional singularity requires an Eye of Ender, endstone, quartz blocks, and a gold block. And I am kind of low on endstone, mainly because I don't have a legit way of getting it. I have to make it. So what am I looking for? I want quartz. Quartz. What else? Eye of Ender. No, that's cool. The quartz is the only thing in there that had a changing recipe, I think. So yeah, that's always Minecraft. That's always Minecraft. And the quartz is always a block of quartz. There we go. Dimensional singularity encode. And what we'll do is I want to stick these on the next page. Because you can actually do that. You can set the pages out. So I can have this one be just for block crafting and unblock crafting of various things. And I can have this one be for other stuff. And then I could be like, oh, this one is going to be all, I don't know, magic bees. And so we want to craft, we're also going to need to encode the theory for a magnet, which is unchanging. Lovely. Now if we put this in here, we know how to make a magnet, and if we come in here and we want magnet, we can have one. I will take a magnet, please. Okay, we're missing a dimensional singularity and an Eye of Ender. I have not taught my system how to make Eye of Enders. There we go. So it can be a lot of work to fully automate your system. Eye of Ender encode, and I will stick that in there. And I think we are out of blaze powder. Yes, so I'm gonna make this blaze powder just the once, because I really don't want to teach my system to be inefficient like that. And that should have all crafted up. Lovely. And magnet. There we go, we now have a magnet. So the magnet, shift right click to activate it, pulls in items from far away. I'm not sure how far, so we'll do it like this, and we'll shift right click. So if I'm standing here, they are 1, 2, 3, 4. They were like 5 blocks away from me. So yeah, the magnet pulls in blocks from far away, and I think you don't even need to have it on your hotbar to have it working. No, you do not. Excellent. It's got a bit of an annoying sound effect, but I can always get rid of that just by turning my volume off. And now the interesting thing about the magnet is there's 8 levels of it. And the horrible thing about the magnet is how you make it. Each level is made of 2 magnets of the previous level, redstone, diamond, and dimensional singularity. So 2 7s. A 7 requires 2 6s, and I went through and spent a bit of time working this out. So the total cost is going to be about 4 stacks of gold blocks, 4 stacks of iron blocks, 5 stacks of redstone, and almost a stack of diamond, and 8 stacks of quartz blocks to make the best magnet. And I assume that the best magnet is basically just it's just like it has a massive area. So this mysterious magnet should require 2 of those. So if I want magnet, if I want the level 1 begin, it's now going to need 2 of those, and to make 2 of those it's going to need various things. If I actually... it's trying to make 2 active ones. That's a problem. So there is also a changing recipe right there, where it's asking for active ones, but it doesn't want active ones. I want to give it the recipe that asks for inactive, otherwise I'm going to have to take them out and activate them manually. So if we look at this now, magnets, begin crafting 1 of them. So it's now missing some blaze powder. I'll just do this quickly so it's got some blaze powder. And I believe we have a magnet. We do. We now have a level 1 mysterious magnet. And I totally forgot to use that one. So if we... so I assume it's got a longer range. And it looks like it does. If we... pick that up. So yeah, magnets. They start out pretty cheap, but if you want the best in the biz, they get pretty damn expensive. They can be very useful for when you're building like in the air, because they pull stuff towards you. So if I was building in midair and kept dropping stuff, it would come back to me. It seems to be a little bit tetchy, but that's okay, because what I want the magnet for is mining mainly. I like to go mining in the nether with this bad boy here to get hold of all of the things that I use, which are netherrack. Yes, sorry, I was distracted and I had to think what I was doing. So I like to get my netherrack from the nether by mining it with this pickaxe, because let's face it, this pickaxe costs 320 RF per use, and that can on average mine 3 blocks, that one, that one, that one, and each block of netherrack gives me 60,000 profit. So, you know, from one mine I gain like 179,000 energy profit. So I don't mind going and mining it manually, and it's kind of fun. Gives me something to do that's a bit just tedious. Occasionally tedium can be nice. Just a way of wasting a bit of time. Clear that. So yeah, I'm gonna pause for a second because I need to figure something out. I'll be back in just a second. Right guys, I am back. I worked out what I wanted to actually do. So I'm going to take my pattern encoder and just shift it over a little bit. And I'm going to need to teach it a few new patterns. So the first pattern I want to teach it is patterns. Dicks, I did it again. So I want to teach it how to make patterns. I want to teach it how to make the conversion matrices if they are, if the other parts are already in there. And see, this it's kind of iffy teaching it about the quartz cutting knife, because it will only take the cutting knife of the durability you state. And I'm going to want to teach it how to make interfaces and cable. And the cable is just Minecraft glass and fluids. That's good. So I'm going to take these and throw them in there. So it now knows how to make blank patterns and all that. So I can now just come over here and request patterns. But what I actually want to do is I want to make another AE item. I can't remember the name of it, which sucks dick. Precision export, I think, is what I want. I should actually have a bunch of those. That's a preconditioned. Basic export. Yeah, okay, and then I just want to use his precision export. Yes. And what I want to do is, just because I can, I want to set up a thing on this that will automatically create and export. So if we Move single items craft. Always active. I don't think this is the one I want, actually. I'm trying to find the one that will keep an exact amount in a thing. Transition plane. That's just cables, covered cables. Peer-to-peer tunnel. It's got to be the precision export bus. So if I just grab some cable from in here and just hook this like this quickly, and look, clear this, and it doesn't know what it's supposed to be keeping in there yet, so craft me some patterns, get me a stack of them. Lovely. So if I tell this thing to keep some patterns in there, will it work? Can you pump into this thing automatically? Maybe it needs to pump into the top. I haven't actually tried this before. This is literally just me taking a shot in the fucking dark, and I don't think the shot is going to work out. I was hoping there was a way of automatically feeding patterns into here. Oh, it kept its thing. Move single items craft. No. Always active. Will that work? Maybe if I put half of them back in there, will it work? No. Move items in there. So it looks like you can't actually pump into here, which kind of sucks. I was hoping you could. Maybe. What if I can do a workaround? Like, I happen to know that most of these will work with hoppers. So if I put a hopper on the back and put the patterns in there, it will feed the patterns in. And then if I tell this thing to precision export those into the hopper, it will try and keep the hopper stocked. Move stacks at a time. It's probably trying to craft more, unless it doesn't need any more. I'm not exactly sure how this thing's going to work. All I know is that it's trying to export them. And if I tell it to craft items, there we go. So if I set this to move single item craft, and then just put like cobble in the rest of this, so it doesn't try and fill up. Kubel Stoniel, yeah, that's good. If I just do that, so now this will always have 64 in there. It will always try and keep an extra 64 in there, which means I can just come along and make as many patterns as I want, not needing to worry about having to make extra patterns. Now it's trying to make extra patterns. It needs glass. Am I really out of glass? I cooked up 20 stacks of sand. Wow. Okay. Oh god, that floor strobes a little bit. That's fucking awesome. So, what I actually want to do is demolish the stuff around here. Just like this. Because what's going to go over here, I've already decided. And it should go about the same level as this, so they should go about here. Oh man, that floor is super stroby. I'm sorry if you guys don't like that, but I actually do. I think that's kind of awesome. Oops. Cool, my recipes are still in there. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to make something. Let me just drop these. Oh no, my food. Pork. There it is. Lovely. Get my pork back. So, let's not hold the hammer in our hand. Let's get rid of that, and let's stop that. So what I want to do is I want to use ME interfaces to interact with machines. So if I take this rodstone furnace, which probably ended up jumping into here. Yep. And I'm also going to need some... I want the redstone stuff just because it's better. Do I not have any redstone? Any conduits? Well, I can't even remember how to make it now. Redstone energy conduit. Where the hell are they? There they are. It's hardened glass and electrum. And I moved all my electrum downstairs. Of course I did. So I've already got a power line coming down here, and because of that, I might as well make use of it. Nope, it's the other way around. Like that. Give me a stack of them, and then I need to fill them with redstone. Fill these with redstone. Excuse me. I'm just going to hijack the fluid transposer. So I've been making a lot of blizz powder, by the way. Quite a lot of blizz powder. And I just need a few of these to start off. That should do. So what I want to do is create a power line that runs around the back here. In fact, this is the perfect opportunity to use bat form properly. What most people say bat form is most useful for is because it lets you be a single block high. So you can get in and around your machinery really easily. So by taking this around the back, the machines are going to be on this level, so I'd want to run the power just a little bit behind. Like this. Okay, so I can put down a redstone furnace that will get powered up. Now, if I take an ME interface and pop it on the top there, I'm picking stuff up. What am I picking up? Oh, sorry, you probably hear someone talking outside there. Very, very rude neighbours shouting in their fucking back gardens. Right, what am I doing? So ME interface, I believe there is. Right, so we point it down, and if we, what we can do is, what do we need? We need glass, right? Yeah, we need glass. So if we come into here and find glass, just normal Minecraft glass, and so yeah, sorry, I knew what I was doing. I just did it wrong. So we need a piece of sand and a piece of glass, which we don't have, but we can uncraft those to get a piece of glass. Because I'm all about problem solving. Oh no, you actually can't uncraft these, can you? Because it takes 6 glass. Sorry about that. Just sneezed. Oh, that fucking hurt. That was a powerful sneeze. Right, just quickly before the episode has to end. I need glass, I need glass, I need glass. Glass! Excellent. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to have to manually write this because it's not a vanilla pattern. So, if we put sand into this pattern, we will get glass out of this pattern. So whatever we're doing, we're telling the machine that if you put sand in, you'll get glass out. And now, if we want glass, say craft me 1 glass, it will automatically take the sand and throw it in there. And we don't have anything pulling out yet. That's the one problem. Because this stuff is sitting literally on the assembly chamber, I might need to jump it a level, jump it upwards. So if I were to jump it upwards, and then I need import buses. Fuzzy import bus. Yeah, so it'll import anything. I don't think I need a fuzzy, but I'll use it anyway. So the furnace needs to go on that level. And then we need the fuzzy import bus there, which I think through this will connect to the rest of the system. And we then tell this to accept input in the top and output in the bottom. I need to move this quickly. Like that. And then we just reseat our ME interface, our minterface, ME interface. Pop it down, stick the pattern in there, and then we ask for glass. Ah, this isn't connected, that's the problem there. Okay, cable, I need some cable. CAB, damn it. When we placed it down before, it just very fortuitously happened to be hooked up automatically by that. So if we put that there, and now we should be able to ask for glass. Lovely. Craft me a stack of glass, and it will stick the items in, and if this is right, it should, there we go, pull items out the bottom automatically. And if we set it to move stacks of items, now anything that ends up in this slot, which is only stuff that's going to be cooked, will automatically get forced out of here, and it will automatically go into our system, because this works as a connector. I love the way AE can connect via any piece of itself and transfer energy through itself as well. Amazing, I must say. Now let's see, our ME system, sorry, bit of burp there. Our ME system now takes 220 MJ, 220 RF a tick, and we're still producing, you know, like 1600 or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end the episode here for now, guys. But this is just a taste of what's to come with making patterns to automatically craft and fooling machinery into automatically crafting. So I might actually switch up to a different mod instead of the redstone furnace, because the redstone furnace is good but very slow. So I might switch up to something else next episode, and if I do, I'll do it in the episode. So that'll do for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've been enjoying this series. I know I have been fucking loving it. I've had a lot of problems, but nowhere near the amount of problems as I've had joy from playing this mod pack and making these videos. So, I will see you guys next time, and I have a rough idea of what I want to do next time. So, thanks for watching. Peace out.